Your 9th birthday party costs more than most people's weddings. Not because you asked for it. Your father just doesn't understand the concept of small anymore. 12 kids from school show up, along with 40 security personnel, 3 event coordinators, and a performance from an artist whose song you heard on the radio last week. You wanted laser tag. You got a private concert. 3 months earlier, Forbes published their annual list. Your dad moved up 17 spots. You found out during lunch when a classmate showed you the article on his phone. That's how you learned your house is worth more than a small country's GDP. School is complicated in ways other kids don't think about. Every friend request gets filtered through a question you can't ignore. Do they like you, or do they like what you represent? That kid who invited you to his birthday party last month, his parents spent the entire time pitching your dad a startup idea. You ate cake while they performed an investor presentation in their living room. Your childhood home has a name, not like Mike's house or the Johnson place. An actual name that appears on architectural websites. 16 bedrooms, a garage that holds 30 cars, an indoor pool with a retractable roof. You've never been in half the rooms. Sometimes you get lost looking for the kitchen. Here's what nobody tells you about wealth at this level. Privacy becomes a fantasy you barely remember. Paparazzi camp outside your school. TMZ runs stories about your haircut. At 12 years old, you already know what it feels like to be photographed without permission while buying a sandwich. Your father works 100 hours a week building companies that employ thousands. You see him Tuesday mornings at breakfast if his flight landed on time. He asks about school with the same tone he uses in board meetings, focused but distant, like he's already calculating the next problem while you're explaining your science project. But here's the strange part. You've met kids who have nothing and they seem happier. Actually, happier, not Instagram happy. They ride bikes without bodyguards trailing 50 feet behind. They go to movies without advanced security sweeps. Their friends come over without signing NDAs. At 14, you start understanding the trade. Infinite resources, finite freedom. Every door opens, but you can't walk through any of them alone. You could go anywhere in the world tomorrow. Private jet, 5-star hotels, access most people only see in movies. But you'd arrive with an entourage, a security detail, and the knowledge that someone's photographing you eating breakfast. The weight of the last name sits different than other kids understand. It's not just legacy or pressure. It's walking into rooms where people have already decided who you are, what you're worth, what you represent. You're 15 years old and you've never had a conversation where the other person forgot your father exists. Turns out the most expensive thing in the world isn't something you can buy, it's being unknown.